Hello friends, I am back. Today in this video we are going to talk about the digestive system. It is a system that digests every last bit of food and masticates it and throws out the undigested food called waste or feces. But wait, I want to tell you one thing about the few major organ systems in our body. These are number one, the skeletal system. It is a framework of bones that support our body, give us shape and size, and protect our inner organs. Number two, muscular system. It is a set of muscles covering the skeleton so that the bones can move. Muscles can only pull, they cannot push. So, two muscles are required for each bone, the two muscles pulling in opposite directions. Number 3, the digestive system. This is the system that we are going to talk about today. It digests every last scrap of food in our belly and throws out the waste in the form of feces. Number 4, respiratory system. It is a set of organs that help us breathe in air, filter the impure air from the pure air, throw out carbon dioxide as waste, and send oxygen into our blood. Number 5, the integumentary system. It is a system of skin, hair, and nails. Number 6, the immune system. This is the system that we have to improve in these tough times. So the immune system is a organ system that helps us fight diseases and infections of various kinds. Number 7, endocrine system. This is a system of ductless organs or glands. These organs secrete chemicals known as hormones, which prepare the body for emergency, help us to reproduce, and also help us to secrete bile. Number 8, the reproductive system. This is also an important part of the endocrine system because some of the reproductive organs are also situated in the endocrine system. The reproductive system helps us to reproduce so that we can continue mankind. Number 9, the nervous system. This is a system of the brain and nerves and the spinal cord which make decisions that what your body needs to do. And if your body needs something, what is it? Then number 10, the lymphatic system. It is a system of lymph veins and lymph nodes. Lymph nodes are those bean-shaped things, but they're a very important part of our immune system. And spleen also belongs to there. Number 11, the circulatory system. This is also a very important part of our human body. The circulatory system consists of a fist-shaped organ known as the heart. The heart is what? Pumps oxygenated blood into our different parts of the body and keeps the impure blood so that it can be purified with oxygen. Then the last but not the least, the urinary system. These consist of the kidneys, ureter, bladder, and urethra. This system helps us to throw out waste in the form of urine. Now, let's talk about our digestive system. The mouth. It is the vital organ of our digestive system because food we take into our mouth, then it is transported to different parts of our digestive system. Food we take into our mouth is called ingestion. Then teeth help us incubate the food so that it breaks and becomes smaller and smaller so that our body does not need to digest whole chunks of food. When we chew and chew, then it becomes a matter called the bolus. The bolus is a ball-shaped thing because our tongue shapes it while chewing. Then the bolus is gulped and sent into our esophagus. The esophagus, when the bolus goes to the the bolus goes through that long canal, then it goes and goes into the stomach. The muscular contraction around the bolus is called peristalsis. The muscles in front of the bolus expand so that the bolus can pass, and the muscles behind the bolus contract so that the bolus has passed out. This all happens because the esophagus has a small set of nerves. When the bolus is going down our neck, then a message is sent to the brain that a bolus is going down. Now the bolus has gone from the esophagus and landed in our stomach. The stomach, it is a fleshy, thick, muscular organ that masticates our food with its digestive juices. Stomach releases an acid called the hydrochloric acid. It is strong enough to melt the metal, any kind of metal. And then the bolus is pounded and pounded in the stomach so that it becomes even smaller, and then it is mixed with that hydrochloride mixture secreted by the stomach. The liver, it is the largest gland and also the hottest gland in our whole human body. The liver secretes digestive juices called bile. Also, most kinds of fats are broken into fatty acids and glycerol inside the liver. So, it is important to protect your liver, or else no fats will be broken. It will be absorbed as fats, not fatty acids. The gallbladder, it is a bean-shaped thing under the liver. It is the storehouse of bile because it creates the bile, sends it into the liver, which then the liver secretes into our digestive juices. Then the pancreas. The pancreas is a part of the endocrine system, but it is also part of our digestive system. The pancreas is a cream colored thing located behind our stomach. Pancreas also release bile, and this mix with the food. So after mixing all the bile, that is a yellowish green juice, into our food, it becomes a digestive juice. Then it stays in our tummy for some time, and it depends upon the food itself. Then from going to the stomach, it lands into our small intestine. The small intestine, it is a tightly packed and coiled intestine which is 22 feet long, more than a two-storied house. It is in the small intestine in which all the food is properly digested. When those juices mixed with the food particles enter our small intestine, then the digestion happens. Fats break into fatty acids and glycerol, carbohydrate into glucose and sugar, and protein into amino acids. Then the small intestine absorbs them through finger-like projections called villi. Each villi has a blood vessel embedded into them, so that when the particles of food travel down the villi, they actually enter the blood vessel itself, and then they go with the red blood cells into the mesentery. The mesentery, it is a cardboard shaped organ, but it is soft, not hard, that supports our intestines and gives them shape. From the villi, those particles go into the mesentery. Then the mesentery sends it into our blood, and that nutritious blood goes all over our body. The large intestine. After the food is broken and mashed, and all the nutrients are taken out of it, all that remains of the food is a mass of water, some salt, and a semi-solid undigested club. It goes into the large intestine, where the rest of the water and salts are sucked in by the walls, so that it forms poo. You can also call it doo-doo, faces, stool, 1,000 names. The bacteria help in solidifying the poo, And yes, one note, eat roughage or dietary fiber. Even though they do not get absorbed by your blood and stays in the undigested food, it helps in bulking the potty so that it may go out undisturbed. Or if you do not eat roughage regularly, you have chances of colon cancer. Some of the undigested food stays in your large intestine and they rot and rot until they become colon cancer. This is very harmful for you. Then the ascending colon. This is the column of the large intestine through which the food enters the colon and goes up to the transverse colon. The transverse colon, it is where most of the water and salts are sucked out of that undigested food and then goes into the descending column. The descending column, it contains the rectum and the anus, so that when the solidified waste with a little water, mineral and salt go, then the little of that also becomes sucked and all remains a very solid waste. Then it goes into our rectum and stored there for a few hours. The rectum, it is like a septic tank where the feces are stored. It is stored for a few hours inside your rectum, so it is like a temporary septic tank. The anus, it is from where the food, undigested food, is defecated. When the body cannot hold it anymore, and it sends signs that you need to go to the bathroom, and if you reach the bathroom on time, then it is good luck. The anus defecates the food without further warning. And yes, the appendix, it is a long snake-like thing near the ascending column of the large intestine. Earlier, it was far more bigger and stronger because early men used to eat only raw food. But now, what has changed? We cook food and eat it. So there is no particular use of the appendix. You can get it cut by a doctor, or even if you're born without an appendix, no problem. So when the feces go out of the anus, then the digestion is complete. All these processes take about 36 hours. So now I have talked about the digestive system. Please wait for the next part of this video called how long the food stays in your stomach. So please wait for the next video, but it will be released a little late. Okay, bye bye.